Opeth are great, man. Don't know why I've been sleeping on them. Welcome back and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications too, and then you'll be alerted as soon as these go live on the platform. Now, across all the videos I've done so far, and we are still new, we're still early days, but I've had a bunch of calls to look at a band called Opeth. Now, I know who Opeth are, I just never listened to them. It was one of those usual stories of my friends listen to them, I just didn't get into it. I wouldn't be surprised if you played one or two of them or popular songs. I might be able to go, oh yeah, I think I know that one, or maybe I've heard that one, but we'll see. I couldn't find a common theme between the requests, so I just went on and did a YouTube search, and I found this one called Error. I also know that there have been a lot of comments about how they've changed their style and stuff, so I don't know where we are with this, but if it's something that you like and something that I like as well, that's kind of the formula for this, then we'll definitely go back and forward and look at what else they've done. But they're a big name, and I'm willing to put good money on it that they didn't get where they are by accident, so very keen to take a look at them. And I see this one's got a music video with and not just a visualization, so that's the guy we go in with. Opeth, Error, let's see what you got. Such a weird short decay. When you talk about decay on notes, you when you hit a note, you get an attack, so how quickly that note hits its prime spot on any instrument, and then the decay is the runoff of it, so when that note ends. And this has got one of those, it's one of those kind of key effects where the decay is quite quick, and it creates like a punchiness to it, and it makes it sound like it makes it sound very old. It's cool. Very Queens of the Stone Age. There's a couple of things happening there. One, most notably, obviously the drummer's special. He's doing some cool stuff, and he's playing this very kind of tight, confined beats, and he's doing nice little frills and bits. But there's the basses. I call it rumble bass, where it's just like they're playing on the lower end or the thicker strings at the top, and there's a lot of intricacies going on, or a lot of movement, let me say that, going on, and they just kind of all rumble, and it creates this band of power in the song, which I think is kind of cool. Can't hear it perfectly, but I'll go back a little bit. But yeah, it's really cool that you can hear that. And then obviously they've just come in with some synth or some choir there. So interesting to see where that goes. It's that lead guitar winding up as well. I like this. It just, don't kill me in the comments, but it does. It sounds quite like Queens of the Stone Age vibe. It's not very heavy. I thought, unless, again, this is one of the parts of their styles that they changed. One thing that's important with this as well is when you talk about backbone or rhythm, you talk about, or like a constant, you talk about drums normally, and you talk about bass, right? Because those are the things that don't tend to change too much within songs. You've got a lead guitar that runs up and does bits, and sometimes the vocals can come in and out and change melody. But the constant in this is actually that rhythm guitar, that dun 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 dun. Because what's happening with the bass is there's a lot of like shifting chord progressions, and the drummer's doing just enough frills and stuff in there for him to be breaking up his own pattern, and it's interesting. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I like his voice. It's almost like whining at the end of it. It's like emotional. It's cool. Nice vocal harmony there. Do they have one singer in terms of, I mean, they have one singer as a main singer, but do the other guys in the band, or girls in the band, if there are any, harmonize with him, or is that him doing his own harmonies? Because those are two quite different octave shifts, so it's impressive. Why is this kid following this Slender Man dude through the desert? Yeah, I like. I played with the bassist who was forever trying to do lead fancy pieces, and I used to, in the beginning, he used to annoy the hell out of me because I was like, no, that's not what traditional song structure says you should do. He was right in the end of it, because he had his own rhythm and pattern to it, and he did enough to back up the band, and that's a lot of what's going on here. Bassist is going off the hook, but in the best possible way, because he's hitting where he's playing on the guitar and the strings he's playing on. He's not going so high that it's too sharp and it's sitting on top of the music. He's the notes that he's hitting that are slightly higher or that are slid are at a frequency or level where it just kind of piques your interest, and then he goes back into that rumbling again, which is cool. I think it's really smart, and that was a fantastic chorus. Really enjoyed that. If that was the chorus. Never pause in a solo. I've been warned in the comments, so I had to wait for after. But the sound of his guitar there, the sound of that lead piece is like one of my favorites. It's kind of that classic rock, but it's like an older 80s, 90s kind of rock and roll solo theme. It's got just enough like space and reverb and stuff on it to make it sound really otherworldly. It's not too overly distorted. There's enough, I say clean, but there's enough organic tones in it, if you will, to make it sound really, really like really audible, and every note is kind of in its place. And I just love the sound of that, and I think it was a really smart choice for the song, because of how I want to. It's one, I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's technical and simple at the same time. I like it. It's good lyrics as well. It's actually a cool video. End of an era, new era. I get it. Yeah, that was another one. Sorceress. That was another one. I think that's the album. There's an album called, I can't remember. But Sorceress was one I think that everyone wanted me to look at as well. So, or songs off the Sorceress album. I'll figure it out. But yeah, that was actually really good. I kind of thought back to the moment where I was going, oh, that's not that heavy. And I know I'm going to get like loads of people going, just you wait. Or they'll go, no, that's how they are. Either way, I really like what they did there. And I'm actually, if they are heavier, which I suspect they are because the people that I knew listened to them were into much heavier stuff. So if some of their stuff is heavier, I'm almost happy I started with this one, because sometimes when things are, I don't want to say too heavy because there's no such thing. It's all about what you like. But this gave me such a greater appreciation for how they put that song together and how they layered it, very importantly, and then their approach to melody, which is like my favorite thing. That is something I'm obsessed with, is melody and structure. Those are the two things that I probably focus on more than anything else, certainly more than technical aspects. But Opeth are great, man. Don't know why I've been sleeping on them, but yeah, nice. Appreciate that one. Thank you for spending time with me once again. Until the next one, please be safe, be extra nice to each other, and have a best day.